Hey everyone, welcome to Small Talk Sundays, where I just do some small talk on Sundays and then upload the video at a very inopportune time on Monday. So, I hope you all have been doing well, and I hope you all had a happy Valentine's Day yesterday. It's kind of hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that it's already February of this freaking year. Dagnabbit, I need to hurry up. As for me, I've just been, the usual stuff, just kind of putting my head in the editor and whatnot. However, I was kind of hoping to be able to come by and say, oh yeah, I've got like 2 other videos that are completely backlogged, because I've been doing super swell. I wish I could say that, but I think I kind of invested all of my time into just polishing up the last video I uploaded. I liked how I really like how that intro turned out, specifically with the chies and whatnot, but I did something really different than I've ever done before. I've never tried pixel art, so I was like, I'm gonna try this thing because I want to make this Papers, Please reference. And then I brought my character to a house, and I just like stared in front of my character, and I just kind of basically took a screenshot, put it into the drawing software, and just kind of did some like really pixelated version of the drawing over my character, and I did that, and yeah, and I just, put some ovals for the friggin' Black Mage, and bam, I got the whole little picture for the Papers, Please little animation. That's the very first publicized 2D animation I've ever done, as simple as it may be. And that's kind of weird for me to think about. Because I remember for a while that I was always, like, stressing out and freaking out that, like, doing animation stuff is always, like, this insurmountable task on, like, any level, and there's no way I can really, like, even try making an animation or meet up to it. But here, I didn't even like overthink it at all. Like I was like, I want a Papers, Please reference using the same style of Papers, Please. And instead of thinking about how hard it's gonna be, I literally just like sat down and just started tracing over my character. I was like, and within a couple or 2 to 4 hours ish, I got the whole thing done. Like beginning to end, had the little thing drawn together, slapped in the editing software, the little animation thing, and had the little eyeballs, little blink look around with the Black Mage. And that was pretty alright. I'm talking way too long about this little bitty detail, but darn it, I'm kind of happy that I decided to do that, because that was a skill that I wanted to work on for a good chunk of my life, but never really did. So it's kind of weird how it turned out to be the way it is. And now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the next video, because the next video deals with a dungeon, and first impressions are really kind of like a one-time thing. But the problem is, it's a dungeon, and I'm pretty sure everyone's played that same dungeon like 1,000 times from duty roulettes. And I'm not sure if I want to just leave it all completely unedited beginning to end, or just highlight the parts where I talk, because I have a hard time multitasking, like doing stuff and talking at the same time. So, like if there's any one of you who's been around during my wild time, you'll know that my commentary is not really the greatest when I'm doing things. I tend to default with saying stuff like, take that, take this, and boom, oh I gotcha, I'm gonna do this and then that. It's literally just a bunch of that during combat, and it's not the most appealing thing or entertaining thing. I was thinking maybe leaving the boss fights mostly unedited, but I think I might just clip together some of the moments where I just like say stuff, because I'm pretty sure you all know what the fights look like very much know what it looks like, so I might cut that up a little bit. And there's another problem, because immediately after that dungeon, there's an enormous time skip in real life. Time skip. I take literally like 2.5 months, maybe 3 months off from the MSQ from that point, because that is when I was starting to work on the unscripted thoughts video. I think. Yeah, it was the unscripted thoughts video. And then I jumped back into it literally like 3 months later. So I haven't quite checked what I say during that time or how much I recalled during that time. But I remember coming in almost as if it was almost like a blank slate, because I have a bad memory and I had to try to remember what exactly happened. I knew the big moments, but there are probably some subtleties that I'm just gonna freaking forget there, and I'm kind of upset about that. But I haven't really quite seen what I say there, so I'm kind of just counting my chickens before they hatch there with that. But yeah, it's kind of a little problematic theme, because it's not going to be an hour long if I go the route that I'm planning. It's probably going to be the shortest episode of the lot. I don't know. The dungeons, I kind of want to separate them into their own separate things, but the story kind of connects from the beginning through it and then to the end to transition to the next part. So I don't know. I've got some things to think about, and I also don't know what to do with the intro for the next video because considering the subject matter of the recent video, it's not exactly the most cheery-go-lucky type of deal. So I got a lot of things to think about on that, and I'm kind of mentioning my thought process with you folks here because I'm kind of curious, like what your thoughts on that whole take would be. Because, like I said, like you've all pretty much seen that dungeon 100 times when doing like daily roulettes, so I'm tempting on just like skipping things around. I also have to apologize that I did not quite do it the trust the first time around because I was doing it with my friend. In the future dungeons though, I do the trust system, but this time around I do not do the trust system, so that's, yeah, I say future dungeons, but up to this point I've literally only done one other dungeon. And I've looked at my entire backlog of how much MSQ I've actually progressed in, and I'm a little surprised at how little progress I have made this entire time. I know people have been mentioning that they wish I would progress more than 1 hour a month, and I'm just sitting here thinking, I wish I was progressing that fast. I am not as far in as I thought I was. So yeah, I only have like a few more recordings in, and they'll almost be entirely caught up as soon as we get to 2 zones later, I think. This Small Talk Sunday has literally just been me just rambling, just speaking out like about my freaking thought process over this next video and what I'm planning about. Huh, interesting. Wasn't expecting it to take this long. But yeah, I've got quite a few things to think about, and I'm kind of curious how I'm gonna do things when I finally do catch up with myself, because I'm able to do a bunch of these like foreshadowing type of like outros, and I actually like the outros I've been making with the last couple of videos because I like how they've been turning out. I really like those, so I'm probably gonna have to do a thing where I record like quite a bit ahead. But not too far ahead to the point where certain visuals aren't going to be available to me anymore. And then again, that's another thing. I was recently kind of like pulled aside by a few friends who are like mentioning that I'm focusing way too much on the small, tiny details. Like when I did the little like announcement on Twitter that I uploaded the video thing, I mentioned that there's an imperfection in the intro that I want to correct, and I was really tempted to literally sit through another 7-hour-long render just to fix this one thing. The problem was in the intro during the Papers, Please little reference bit. At the very last bit of that little animation segment, the head and the hat of the Black Mage are unsynced in the animation for a little bit, and I wanted to change that so bad. It got that way because I had to do a re-render beforehand because there were some audios that was misplaced here and there, and it was kind of like blending in with each other at certain points, so I had to go back and fix some of that. So I've actually rendered that video out twice. Once has a few of those, and there's only literally like 2 or 3 instances of it, and it only lasts less than a second each time. But I did re-render that. The audio was fixed, but that little intro animation thing kind of took a hit from that, I guess. So there it is. It's freaking sacrifices. And that's probably going to be my goal for this week, actually, is try not to get so freaking addicted to the small little details of every little thing all across the way. I'm going to try to work on that because I believe that is the main thing. The perfectionist habits is the main thing keeping these uploads and my overall progression being so freaking slow. And I know that all these Small Talk Sundays, I'm always doing a front line, but the front lines you see here are most of the time one of the only 2 or 3 times I do a frontline throughout the week as of late. Most of my time has actually just been like half AFK at a gathering node and just waiting for the GP to go up while I'm looking on my other monitor on the side doing edits. That is the majority of my time in this video game, just sitting at gathering nodes and just editing on the side. And yes, I know, I've said this many times, I should not be taking this long to get these videos out, especially with the intention that these videos were going to be really quick and easy to edit. That is the reason I wanted to go this playthrough route to begin with, so that I could upload these things a lot more frequently. But that's not happening, and it drives me insane. Every single time I can only fit 1 video a week because I planned for there to be at least 3 videos a week of this, and it's just making me upset, very upset, on multiple levels that I am failing to reach that certain goal because I have perfectionist issues. So I'm going to be working on that for this week. So the next videos might suffer a bit in quality. I'm not sure. Maybe I might get like a little mental switch that'll happen where things will just magically start feeling like, oh, it's just like coming out fluidly, being able to like edit things nice and smooth. Because that's the mentality that I want to reach. I want to get to that level to where all of these edits can be like done on the fly, just snap, just very instantly, just back to back, done, and get them out. I want to be that way. I am trying, folks. I am very much trying to be better. That is my goal for this year. Just be better. So that's kind of the stuff on my mind right now, and yeah, it's a constant struggle. And because of the fact that I'm doing like these edit stuff, I fully believe I will never run out of things in this to do in this game. Like if there's anyone out there who is like bored with like a content drought or anything, I just gotta say, just try picking up doing YouTube or something. Like something like, I guess what I'm trying to say, just pick up a hobby. But YouTube is a really great way to keep to basically extend and amplify the amount of content that you receive from the video game. Because from my standpoint, and while editing these things, me playing the game is also giving me more things to do all the time, because I'm playing the game and it's also providing me footage to which I can edit and make little funny little skit things. So it's like a double whammy, and because of that, the fact that it exists, I feel like I would never run out of things you can do. And considering that I'm pretty much only just doing the MSQ based stuff right now, like I haven't even touched my specialty, which is PvP stuff. So we haven't even like reached the tip of the iceberg with the stuff that I am wanting to do and the amount of stuff that I can do given the amount of things that are like in this game. I could even probably do some stuff on gathering or like crafting. Like crafting is oddly engaging, probably absolutely terrible to watch. But I think I can come up with something though to make that interesting. But oh, you guys don't mind me just being a little prideful of stuff, but dang it. So yeah, like as soon as I get this MSQ stuff done, like something I've already been wanting to do is make those PvP like starter guides or general guides for each job. But I currently don't have warrior, paladin, or black mage ready for any type of PvP guide, because I don't have any of them and I have no experience in PvP with any of them. And it's odd and funny that I don't even have a thaumaturge, considering who my channel mascot is. So it's weird how that worked out. But yeah, I've just been rambling for a good while, and I'm sitting here staring at the editing software, and I've got quite a bit of things to work on, and hopefully I'll be able to get more than one video done this week. The goal, like I said, the goal is 3 videos a week minimum. That is what I want. But I'm trying to build myself up to that. Like last week was actually an improvement, because it went from 2 week to like once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks type of upload to once a week. So there we go. We got that going. It's progress. Yay. we're making a progress a little bit. But this time around, I want to see if I can fit 2 in. I want to try to fit 2 in. I don't want to hype anyone too up, but I just want to let you all know that my current goal is getting 2 videos done. And if I fail to meet it, then I'm going to be upset again. So yeah, that's going to be my goal for this week. 2 videos, if I can. If at minimum, I'm going to have the Friday upload, but I'm going to try for 2 this week, because being able to pump more of these out is very imperative, because freaking next expansion is right around the corner, and people have mentioned to me that April 14th, 12th, 16th, somewhere in April is when the final Nier Automata crossover chapter unlocks, and I'm sitting here just like yeah, I really want to get to that before things start exploding, because dagnabbit, and it freaking sucks having to do the Wondrous Tales, and I see Copied Factory as one of the things, and I'm just fuming every time I look at that thing. It bugs me. It bugs me, because dang it, my number 1 goal was a Copied Factory, and now it's Copied Factory and Puppet's Bunker, and then it's gonna be some other thing probably relating to a tower or something. Or some type of floating weird alien structure out of nowhere thing. I don't know. Something along those lines. Probably. I don't know. God. So with all that said, I'm going to stop friggin' like talking about this guy. I'm just getting more upset and more friggin' agitated, because I want to get to that point, but I'm not there yet. So anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all very much for watching and or listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful life. And don't click links. Alright. Take care, folks.